Hello again from Paris City Hall on the Rue de Rivoli in the heart of Paris. I'm Matthew Campbell, Chief Business Correspondent at Bloomberg. I'm here at the COP21 Climate Summit with Patrick Klugman, Deputy Mayor of the City of Paris, one of the organizers of this amazing event today that has brought together something like 600 mayors. Is that the correct figure from around the world?
More or less between 500 and 600 mayors.
500 and 600 mayors from cities large and small all over the world. I'd be interested to know how this idea came about and why it was seen as so important that Paris, a city, organize other cities in this effort to contain climate change.
As you know, you have a COP meeting every year, and for a long time now, cities want to showcase what they're doing on climate because mayors know that cities are the greatest place for emissions, but also for solutions. But so far, this went on as state negotiations under the frame and the umbrella of the United Nations. And at a certain moment, to reach an agreement, to reach goals and results, UN turned to cities. And so the ambition of the mayor to convene all mayors of the world during the COP to speak about climate, to voice up, reached the forecast of the UN. And that's how we came to the point of this historical meeting.
And it's an interesting trend, and it is beyond just climate, of course, of cities reaching out independent of their national governments to do more together.
I wouldn't say independence.
In
I would
conjunction,
say complementary.
Yeah.
It's in addition to. And now we are like co-producing the future. States, cities, local governments, but in a very peaceful way. It's not one against the others. And cities, as you can see, are really united. We make very few differences, north, south.
The issues tend to be very similar.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And we have no competition between cities. That's why it works so well between mayors, because they deal the same kind of problems, they're facing the same challenges, and they're not in competition one with the other. So they're normally pretty good friends.
And do you think it helps that urban issues tend to not really be ideological? You know, there is an old phrase that there's no right-wing or left-wing way to pick up the garbage. These are very practical problems.
Exactly. A mayor, before being from the left or from the center or from the right, he has to be pragmatic. And your example with the garbage is really clever. So, because it's a mayor, and you have a lot of places around the world where mayors do not belong to, I would say, national parties.
Right.
That's the reason why. But they get along so well because, again, they're facing the same problems. So they like to talk, to exchange, to chat. And it's very specific in international relations.
Do you think that when it comes to the subject of climate in particular, that Paris has a lot to teach other cities? I know there have been many efforts here to reduce the carbon footprint of Paris.
As many other cities, we have a lot to teach and a lot to learn. Of course, on clean transportation, we did a lot with our bicycle system, with our electric car sharing system.
Which was the first in the world, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was built for the city of Paris. And the mayor announced that she would prohibit diesel fuel by 2020. So we've been proactive. But in other fields, we have a lot to learn from other cities on solar energy, on waste management, on water supply. So we are teaching, learning. That's how it goes between cities.
And you will be here, I'm sure, for the duration of the climate summit this week.
Of course.
What are you most encouraged by?
Well, I'll be here after the summit.
After the summit as well. Yes, you have nowhere to go. Yeah. What are you most encouraged by from what you have seen so far here? What do you think is the most optimistic signal from these gatherings here in Paris that you've observed?
Well, so far, the most optimistic sign is that we, as mayors, we are recognized by the United Nations. UN General Secretary will be here later on today. And tomorrow, during the action day of the COP, the mayors will give him the result of their work, common declaration, very ambitious. So you can see that there's a kind of exchange, very natural but very exceptional, between the COP and the COP of the cities.
Okay, well, I think we are out of time, so I'd like to thank you very
Thank
much,
you so
Patrick,
much.
for your time, and
Thank you.
stay tuned for more here from Paris City Hall. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.